Hey there, fellow travelers, Mark here with Wolters World, and today we're in Cordoba, Spain, one of my favorite places to visit in Spain. The Cordobeses, the locals here, they're so friendly. They want you to have a good time when you're here. They will definitely talk your ear off if you speak some Spanish. I just love it here because of that. And that reminds me of a question I received from Ratika. And Ratika asked, Wolters World, what is your goal when you visit a country? Cordoba is my goal when I visit a country because when I go travel, I want to learn about the country. I want to learn about the culture or cultures that are there, and I want to meet the people. And that's one of the things. Here in Cordoba, you have history. You got the Roman bridge behind me. You've got the mosquito over there, the cathedral. You got the people all over. I mean, there's lots of history, so I can learn about the culture, and I can learn about the country. But most importantly, I can learn about the people. I love to go around and go to restaurants, go to bars, and just talk to people. And what's great about Spain, it's very easy to meet the locals because anytime you sit down to eat, it's like the table next to you, they're your buddies. You're like, hey, have a good meal, buen provecho, like good meal. Like you're like, hey, that looks good. They're like, hey, that looks good too. How's your wine? How's your wine? And so you almost automatically kind of are forced to make friends with the table next to you when you're here. And that allows you to talk to the locals and get to know them. And that's why I love countries where people are very gregarious, are outgoing. They want you to know everything about it. Like where I went to lunch today, I didn't pick anything. The people next to me, you should have this. The waiter's like, oh, if you like that, you should have this. Oh, well, you need to have the pastel cordobés, the Cordoba pie when you're here. You'll like that. And they're like, oh, but if you're going to drink something with it, don't have the 50-50. What you just want to have is the Pedro Jimenez, the sweet wine by itself, not mixed with something else. I'm like, okay. And so we're talking around. We were there. The grandma was there having her 90th birthday. I was like, I was a part of the family. And it was just a wonderful experience. And that's what I go for. Finding places where I get to meet the locals, hang out with them. And that's what's a really great thing. Like, that's what I go for. That's why going to eat is actually one of my other goals to be here. I want to try the food where I travel. And when people eat, they get happy. When they get happy, they share their experiences, their stories, their culture. And that's one thing I love about travel. And that's one thing I love doing is eating, to help learn about the country, culture, and people when I'm here. And aside from that, obviously, I like to film my videos when I travel anywhere. I know for Jocelyn, her goal when she wants to travel is she wants to kind of live like a local, at least for a day or two when we're there. So whenever we go, she's going to the grocery store, she's signing up to take a class, whether it's a language class, a cooking class, an art class, something so she feels like I'm part of the culture. I can learn more about the culture of the people by going to this class and having a local teach me. And that helps just get more out of her experience. And the thing is, you don't have to take a class. There's things you can do to just enjoy the culture. When we go to Paris, we'll go sit at the park and just people watch. Let the kids kick a soccer ball with some of the other kids around, talk to people laying out, just say, hey, how are you? Merci, bien, ça va, ça va. Or here in Spain, we're here with, there's the ferias going on right now here in Cordoba. And so we see the ladies all dressed up, so it gives us a chance to chat, just hang out with them, but just being out in the parks. And honestly, sometimes just riding the metro or the public transportation helps you feel much more like a local than taking a taxi or an Uber or one of those carriage rides around. And that's what we go for when we travel. It's like to get to know the country and culture and especially the people and just to enjoy our time there by eating and drinking and enjoying our lives like the locals. So Ratika, I hope this answers your question in terms of what I go for and what Jocelyn go for when we travel. What do you all go for when you travel? Because I know everyone goes for different things. I have friends, their whole point to travel is to stay in the nicest hotel possible. I have other friends, hey, I'm only going where I can drink cheap. That's great. I have other friends, they're all about, it's beach time, baby. That's cool too. So what is the thing that you go for when you travel? Let us know in the comments below and we can help other people have other fun travels around the world, experiencing whatever it is they love to do about travel. If you want to learn more, maybe the don'ts of coming to Cordoba or what to eat, because I did learn very much what I should be eating when I'm here, very, very nicely from a 90-year-old woman and her family and the waiter and the owner. So have a great time when you're here in Cordoba or anywhere in Spain or anywhere you travel. And I'll say bye, obviously from here in Cordoba.